Vietnam joins the UNSC's debate on peace operation and human rights. Tight surveillance over counterfeit Vietnamese products. Chi Minh City to postpone International Travel Expo 2020. Effort to make the Pearl Island a sustainable clean destination. Ninh Binh developing numerous attractive tourism products. Hello, it's Ying Trần again, and this is FBNC News. On the morning of July the 6th in Hanoi, the Ministry of Labor, War, Invalids and Social Affairs held a workshop to announce the participation in Convention number 98 of the International Labour Organization, or ILO, and looked into a draft of the implementation plan for ILO Convention 98.
Convention number 98 entered into force on July 5th of 2020, which includes three major components: protecting workers and unions against discriminatory acts by employers, as well as unions from interference by employers, and promoting collective bargaining. As such, Vietnam became the 167th member state to participate in this convention. At the workshop, the delegates stated that the Convention number 98 will complete labor law in accordance with international standards, promote tripartite partners in the new labor relations, elevate Vietnam to deeply participate in international trade to attract foreign investment, create open business and investment environment in order to lift the national economy.
On July the 7th, the United Nations Security Council held a video conference on peace operation and human rights, which was presided over by German Defense Minister Mr. Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer.
During the conference, the briefers have reviewed operation of promoting and protecting human rights and peacekeeping activities in each mission. Ambassador Đặng Đình Quý, head of Vietnam's permanent mission to the United Nations, highlighted the basic principles of peaceful activities and the primary role of host countries in protecting and promoting human rights. He requested the missions to ensure the accuracy and neutrality of information gathered during the monitoring, reporting and analysis of the implementation of human rights. All peacekeeping operations must adhere to such basic principles, take into account the local economic, social and cultural features, and particularly pay attention to protecting vulnerable groups in conflicts. Peacekeepers should function as role models in complying with the UN principles and disciplines in human rights, and provided with necessary knowledge and skills regarding this matter, both before and during operations, the Vietnamese diplomat added.
On Tuesday, June the 6th, the Vietnamese General Customs Department held a press conference on the inspection, investigation and prevention of counterfeit Vietnamese goods exported by the customs sector.
At the press conference, the customs representative said that currently, the post-clearance inspection department are utilizing many professional measures in coordinating with the Ministry of Public Security to handle the issue that some Chinese enterprises are trying to export counterfeit Vietnamese goods to the U.S. This campaign has been successful in controlling the spike in the export quotas of goods to the U.S. market, such as bicycles, solar batteries, seafood, wood, and wood-based products, to avoid brand damage for authentic Vietnamese enterprises. Moreover, this campaign has initially prevented the abuse of preferential treatment provided by the free trade agreements that Vietnam has signed with other countries in a timely manner. It also aims to control the origin of goods when the EVFTA is effective to avoid injustices and discrimination.
Nếu về lập tất cả những vấn đề các cái thông tin này xong nhận định đánh giá rồi tổ chức siêu tra, điều tra, xác định đối tượng, rồi lập hồ sơ đối tượng rồi mới thực hiện được. Thì nhưng có thể xin khẳng định một điều, ngành hải quan luôn luôn chủ động vấn đề này. Và không chỉ với một cái khu vực EU đâu, với nhiều các vùng lãnh thổ khác.
From the beginning of 2020 until now, the customs sector has checked and verified 76 cases, together with discovering 24 cases of violations. Related to the origin of exported goods and coordinating with the Ministry of Public Security in investigating a case showing signs of forging a certificate of origin. The total value of the materials obtained is more than 33 billion Vietnam dongs.
Ho Chi Minh City International Travel Fair in 2020 will not be held in early September as scheduled due to the impact of COVID-19. The organizers said the purpose of suspending the event is to implement sufficient preventive measures in the new normal and to ensure the national tourism event is run in big scale with an effective manner in a later time.
The 16th editions of the ITE Ho Chi Minh Cities 2020 were initially scheduled to take place from September 4 to September 6 with a theme called Gateway to the World. This is an annual event organized by Ho Chi Minh Cities and the Vietnam National Administrations of Tourism with the aim of promoting the inbound, outbound markets and receiving support of the Tourism Alliance made up of 5 countries, including Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam. In 2019, Ho Chi Minh City's International Travel Expo had more than 315 booths from 45 local provinces and representatives from 42 countries and territories. This event attracted 30,000 commercial guests and the public to take part in its promotions and programs. Nghe Nguyễn, FBNC, Vietnam.
As soon as the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, or EVFTA, is effective from August the 1st, 212 fishery products will be tax-free.
According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, the EVFTA provides a good opportunity for Vietnamese seafood products to increase their export quotas and compete in the EU market. 212 fishery products have a base tax rate of 2 to 22%. For the products with high tax rate between 6 to 22%, they will become tax-free from August. These products include lobsters, crab sticks, cod, carried in shrimps, oysters, scallops, squids, halibuts, sea cucumbers, and so on. According to the statistics by the Vietnamese General Customs Department, the EU market is currently the second largest seafood export market of Vietnam, after the US, accounted for 17 to 18% of the total seafood export value. In particular, shrimp exports account for 22% of the market share, catfish 11%, and seafood products for 30 to 35%.
The Ministry of Public Security has warned about the risk of black credit provided by online lending applications, which could threaten social security.
Online lending apps provide trust-based loans in which borrowers do not need mortgage assets. Transactions were conducted online via websites, online exchanges, and apps installed on smartphones. The borrowing and lending process through the apps was very easy, as people who want to borrow money only have to complete some simple registration procedures, including downloading the app, filling in personal information, including an account number to receive money, uploading a photo and identity cards, and allowing the app to access their personal contacts. However, the ministry warned that many lending apps turned out to be a form of black credit with cutthroat interest rates, which might have unintended consequences and affect social security. The ministry urged borrowers to study online lending providers together with contract terms carefully to avoid risks. Vietnam was developing a sandbox for financial technologies, including peer-to-peer lending, which was critical to ensure fintech development remains on track. There are around 40 companies providing P2P lending services in the country.
A 5-star hotel in Vietnam's capital Hanoi has launched a luxury twist that it hopes will lure in guests. A gilded exterior is standing in 2 parts of the interior and covering everything from bathtubs to basins and even restrooms.
The aptly named Doji Hanoi Golden Lake Hotel hopes to lure guests as Vietnam's tourism sector slowly reopens after closing during the coronavirus pandemic. The hotel, which is owned by Vietnam's Hòa Bình Group and managed by US-based Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, marks a contrast to some of the weather-worn Soviet-era buildings nearby.
Hiện nay mà nói là trên thế giới thì chưa có một cái nào mà có cái gạch phủ bên ngoài và bên trong cái tòa nhà các cái phòng vệ sinh lại toàn bộ các thiết bị là đều phủ vàng và mạ vàng. Thì đây là cái khách sạn mà kỳ vĩ và độc đáo nhất, sang trọng nhất thế giới.
Inside guest rooms, bathtubs and wash basins are gilded. Young said it also comes with a 24-karat gold-tiled rooftop pool. A stay at the 5-star 342-room hotel comes at the price of at least $250 per night. According to Young, the hotel was completed in just 18 months.
Lần đầu tiên tôi bước vào phòng khách sạn thì được trang trí cũng như các vệ sinh, các thiết bị vệ sinh đều mạ vàng. Tôi cảm thấy là nó khác biệt rất nhiều. Nó thay đổi hoàn toàn cái suy nghĩ của tôi. Vì những cái khách sạn khác thì là ốp lát đá bình thường thôi, nhưng mà đây là từ cái lavabo cũng như tất cả các thiết bị vệ sinh mạ vàng, tôi cảm thấy là nó lên một cái đẳng cấp rất mới.
Vietnam has been successful in containing the coronavirus outbreak with only just over 350 cases and no reported deaths. Young said if it was not for the pandemic, the hotel should have been fully booked by international guests. Around a ton of gold was used to cover the hotel, said Young, who is a Vietnam War veteran and came from humble beginnings as a cyclo driver before making a fortune in construction and property. He said the hotel is part of a tribute he continues to pay to his army comrades who died in the Vietnam War. Young is also planning gold-plated projects in Ho Chi Minh City and a resort in central Vietnam.
Phu Quoc is known as the Pearl Island, a tourism paradise in Vietnam with an international recognition. However, waste pollution remains a potential problem that affects the sustainable development of this tourist island. Keeping the environment green, clean, and beautiful for this Pearl Island is an urgent issue being posted as of now.
With the amount of garbage covering its streets, markets, seashores, and in the water, Phu Quoc, the Pearl Island of Vietnam, voted the top island tourism destination and attracts even the rich and billionaires all around the world, could not escape from waste pollution, a persistent problem that haunts Vietnam's sea and island tourism industry.
Kể cả từ những mẫu rác nhỏ nhất hay gì đó thì mình vẫn nên để đúng chỗ, chứ không phải là cứ xả đi đâu cũng được, thì nó sẽ mất đi cái mỹ quan của môi trường và mất đi cái vẻ đẹp vốn có ở đó.
Phu Quoc, which has a population of 100,000 people, welcomed 4.3 million tourists in 2019. As a result, the number of wastes saw an increase, ranging from household ones to those arising from tourism, construction, production, and business activities. The island saw the daily average amount of its waste being 150 tons, while the capacity to collect and treat these waste could only live up to half of this amount. Many plans to reduce waste in this island have been deployed only to partially solve the waste issue.
Ủy ban nhân dân huyện Phú Quốc là để đề ra cái cam kết là đến năm 2021 là sẽ giảm được 30% cái lượng rác nhựa ở những cái khu vực thí điểm, và đến năm 2030 thì sẽ là cam kết là không có cái ô nhiễm môi trường, không có cái ô nhiễm rác nhựa ở huyện đảo Phú Quốc.
Currently, Phu Quoc has over 1,600 active businesses. Developing high-quality tourism on the island requires a strong investment in waste treatment and environment management. However, the investment resources are beyond the reach of Phu Quoc. In fact, Phu Quoc had a waste treatment plant with an investment of about 230 billion Vietnam đồng that has been operating since October 2017. Nonetheless, it was not efficient and can only meet a quarter of its designed capacity of 200 tons per day.
Những nơi nào mà có sự phát triển nhanh, những nơi nào mà có nhiều nhà đầu tư thì nơi đó lại càng phức tạp hơn. Và chúng tôi đặc biệt quan tâm ưu tiên cái nguồn vốn, kể cả nguồn vốn vay của Ngân hàng Thế giới (WFP) để mà đầu tư cho cái hệ thống nước thải, xử lý nước thải, rồi thu gom, vận chuyển, xử lý rác thải.
Environmental protection is of vital importance to Phu Quoc's tourism activities. In particular, preventing Phú Quốc from being covered with waste, investing in waste treatment works, and having local residents and tourists not to litter are the most throughout recommendations to protect the environment and ensure the sustainable development of this Pearl Island.
Kayaking, visiting Tràng by helicopters, experiencing and exploring night activities at Cúc Phương Forest, or spending the weekend convalescing in the middle of Beauty Island and deep blue oceans, etc. Those are some new tourism services that Ninh Binh has deployed to attract tourists for the summer break this year.
Besides having traditional boat tours, now coming to Tràng An, tourists can do kayaking on their own, weaving through magnificent mountains and amazing caves, self-rowing to their favorite spots, enjoying the scenery while still having sport activities.
Mình đã được đến Tràng An rất là nhiều lần rồi ạ, nhưng đây là lần đầu tiên mình được đi thuyền kayak và mình cảm thấy rất là thích thú ạ.
Lately, Tràng An Ecological Tourism Management Board had also completed the trial tour of Tràng An scenic sightseeing from a helicopter. During the whole 10-minute flight, tourists can enjoy the panoramic view of the mountains and the charming scenery of the heritage magnificent nature.
Lần đầu tiên nhưng mà đúng cảm thấy Ninh Bình Tràng An nó quá đẹp khi mà nhìn ở độ cao là khoảng 300 mét, mà đúng là bay thì mình mới cảm nhận đúng là Tràng An đúng là Hạ Long ở trên cạn, vịnh Hạ Long trên cạn, tuyệt vời, rất là ấn tượng.
In the context of the negative impact of the COVID-19, Ninh Binh tourism's industry continued to develop numerous attractive tourism services to exploit the domestic market, expanding the region's connections in tourism's developing, especially in regions like Hanoi, Central Highland, and the Northwest region.
In 2021, Ninh Binh continued to be chosen as localities to launch National Tourism Year 2021. This is also the opportunities for Ninh Binh to promote and advertise tourism in depth, making this province an attractive tourist destination, not only in Vietnam but also in the world. Nghe Nguyễn, FBNC, Vietnam.
And that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.